When the black girl was just 12 years old, she faced a choice that would change her life forever. She was enslaved, a young black girl growing up in chains on a Maryland plantation. One day, a fellow enslaved man tried to run. They caught him, brought him back, and they ordered Harriet, just a child, to help tie him up for a whipping. She refused. The man broke free and ran again. Harriet blocked the doorway to help him escape. In that moment, an overseer grabbed a 2-pound metal weight and hurled it at the man. But it missed. It struck Harriet in the head. She collapsed. Her skull was fractured. She nearly died. For the rest of her life, she would suffer intense headaches and sudden bouts of sleep, what we now call narcolepsy. But even as her body was wounded, her fire was just beginning to burn. Harriet grew up small in stature, just 5 feet tall, but no one could measure her spirit. She worked hard, endured abuse, and held on to hope. In her mid-20s, she heard the news. She was about to be sold, ripped from her family forever. One night in 1849, Harriet made her move. She and her 2 brothers escaped into the dark woods of Maryland, aiming for the north. But fear overtook them. Her brothers turned back. Harriet did not. Alone and unsure of where to go, she walked through forests, followed rivers, trusted whispers passed along by abolitionists and freed slaves. She traveled at night, guided by the North Star. She hid during the day in barns, under trees, or wherever the shadows welcomed her. She didn't know where her next meal would come from, and often she had no shelter but the open sky. 90 miles later, she crossed the border into Pennsylvania. Freedom wasn't enough, not if her people were still in chains. So she went back, first to rescue her family, then again for others, and again and again. Harriet Tubman became a key conductor of the Underground Railroad, a secret network of safe houses and brave allies helping enslaved people escape. She led over 13 missions and rescued around 70 people, all while evading slave catchers and bounty hunters who placed a heavy price on her head. She carried a pistol, not just for protection, but in case any of the escapees panicked or tried to turn back, putting the whole group in danger. Harriet Tubman wasn't just a freedom fighter, she was a warrior. During the Civil War, she served as a nurse, a scout, and even led a military raid, freeing more than 700 enslaved people in a single night. She spent her later years helping the poor, advocating for women's suffrage, and building a home for the elderly. She passed away in 1913, surrounded by those who loved and honored her. She was born a slave, but she died a legend. This was Harriet Tubman, a woman whose body was scarred, but whose soul led generations toward the light of freedom.